Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, welcome back, and welcome to your pick a pile reading. I'm really glad to have you here today. The topic for this one is, what are some of the things that are magical about you or that make you so magical? And I do want to do an expanded version of this with different decks and go further into it and make it so you can choose twice, right? So like if you choose option 1 this time, you could choose option 1, 2, or 3 with the extended to get it even more personalized. So I'm not sure when I'll be able to do that, but if that's something that you're interested in, please do look in the description for information about that. And if you don't see anything yet, leave me a comment. Let me know you're interested in that so that I can prioritize that above other things if there's a lot of interest in it. Okay. So yeah, I'm excited to do this. I hope you guys are as well. Let's find out some of the things that the spirit guides want to tell you are really magical about you. You will find your timestamps down below in the description, along with your disclaimer and any other additional relevant information connected to the video, as always with my channel. So I will introduce the piles to you now, and then please pause the video if you need some more time selecting, and use that timestamp when ready to skip ahead. Option 1, you have the star rattle here with the curved purple candle on your pile. Option 2, you have this pink broom on your pile. And option 3 at the end, you have the glow-in-the-dark snowflake on top of your pile. Alright guys, so here we go. I'm going to move into option 1. You know what to do. I'll see you at your reading. Okay. Option 1. You have the Fool card reversed. Okay. Oh no, this is the Star card. For some reason I thought it was the Fool card. Interesting. Okay. Makes you so magical. You guys are intelligent people. You're thinkers. I feel like you exercise your brain. You exercise your mind. You also are creative people. Rather abundant. The Empress, the Queen of Potions. You have a certain level of emotional maturity, emotional well-being, emotional responsibility that you take in your life, which helps produce the magic and has you showing up as a magical person. Some of you also, like, you're very intuitive, or you've spent some time on your own or in solitude here with the Hermit card to strengthen and develop your skills, sharpen them. And it's like the Queen of Potions, you might have some gifts that people would consider supernatural, or it's like they're connected to the superconscious. Maybe you're really good at like guessing how many M&Ms are in the jar for whatever reason, or maybe you when the phone rings, a lot of times you know who's calling. Whatever it is, I do see that showing up for a lot of you. I also feel like you're very loving people. A lot of you are willing to go the extra mile if your heart tells you that it's worth it, or it's in the name of love. The Judgment card reversed, the Star card reversed, the King of Presents. I also feel like, you are relatively grounded. Your connection to Earth is part of what makes you magical. Yeah, it's like you may sort of feel the energies on the planet, feel the energies of the trees, of crystals, of plants, of your environment, like be able to sense differences between here and there in different places on Earth. As far as zodiac signs go on the table, for those of you who want to know, we have Aquarius, retrograding Aquarius energy for some. We have Libra, again, retrograding for some. all of the air signs, so Gemini as well, Virgo, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Taurus, Capricorn. So these could be in your birth chart, like with your personal placements. The sunflower. I feel like some of you, it's like you have a certain level of self-discipline. You're willing to go through things that aren't your favorite things, or like do the work to get a good result, to like get the job done correctly. You're willing to take a break from certain pleasures, or put off certain pleasures in order to achieve something that's of higher value to you. You see what I'm saying? Like to create happiness or longevity with something, or in the name of love, again, it's like maybe you go without something that's pleasurable for you for a period of time. If you think it's the practical thing to do, or you need to do that, or your intuition guides you. So maybe you fasted at times. Maybe you go without sex for a period of time, or whatever it is. Yeah, it's like with the purple beads, it's about spirituality. It's about some sort of spiritual practice, spiritual process. It's not that you're going to go without these things forever, but it's like you have faith in time. You can understand that sometimes it's a piece of the puzzle to wait. There's purpose in waiting. You need to go through some sort of desert energy, or like dry spell with some of the things that give you pleasure, and you recognize that you appreciate them more when they come back, or when you go back to them sometimes in doing this. Fun here, the 9 of Needles, the N. I feel like a number of you, like you can, when things get tough or challenging, you can actually thrive in that energy, or bloom in that energy. Or you can bring in this joy, this happiness, this optimism. You can rise to the occasion or the challenge. You get your smile on your face while you're riding your unicycle here. It's like you find a way to enjoy the challenges, and that's pretty damn magical. You guys have a unicorn as a spirit guide. Most of you have a unicorn as a spirit guide, and it's like your commitment and your spirit guide's commitment is strong, okay? And I feel like you see that in the results and the payoff. God. Focus. May you create peaceful harmony as your life's purpose. I apologize if that train's really loud. May you create peaceful harmony as your life's purpose. Yeah, some of you, like, that's something you're committed to, or you've prioritized, you see value in. Okay, some of you too, it's like you see how things fit together. Not everybody has the ability to just see the way that you see, or sense the way that you sense, like how things will fit together. Some sort of key here. This can represent solutions. Again, Queen of Potions, like love is the solution, or listening to your heart, your feelings, working with them and working through them and processing them in a healthy way. Again, it makes you very sharp, it makes you very on point, and it provides solutions. It's very magical. You guys can find you can find magic within yourself and within life through doing that, through listening to the heart, through connecting with spirit, through educating yourself too. King of Needles, you guys might really like to learn, like to teach various topics that interest you. So you've learned this stuff, and you can, like, those are tools in your magical toolbox or tool chest you can pull out, and it's a part of what makes you magical. It's a part of what you create. I'm getting like your creations are a part of what make you magical too. It's like, wow, look at what this person painted, or look at what they have created. A lot of you too, it's like you're not about hinting or beating around the bush. It's like you're going to put it all out on the table, or spell it all out. Or the King of Needles, like take the logical approach rather than deal with this riffraff or immaturity. Yet the Star card reverse, the leading card, I did call the Fool card. And when the Fool card is reversed, it can sometimes be foolish energy, stupidity even, it makes me wonder, the Star card reverse into the King of Presents, what this is about. Okay, some of you, there's like your connection to the future, your awareness about the future, like being able to read between the lines. Some of you see things that other people can't see, or possible outcomes, where things are headed. And this could be the future of humanity with the Star card. This could have to do with how we're evolving. Okay, and having this balance with the King of Presents. I feel like a lot of you do try to balance like the future and moving too quickly into it, and like evolving things and dropping traditions with keeping that grounded energy, the stability, the traditions in place to create the healthy balance. Because if we keep doing things just because we've done them in the past and it's our tradition, that can be toxic. Depending on the scenario, there are times to shift things, change things, evolve. And then there are times where it's like you don't want to get too far ahead of everybody else. Okay, I also think, especially if you have personal placements in Scorpio, but it could be for any of you, it's like you're going into the underworld with the Star card. It's like the underworld, the 8th house energy, the Scorpio, the still waters run deep, the subconscious, and you've got this glowing light. So it's like you can navigate, you can guide yourself, you can guide others, you can see in the darkness, in this unknown territory, through the hell realms, through the demons, the monsters. Like, you have this illumination, this light. You're not as in the dark as some people are. In dealing with these certain things. It could be things that pain you as well, things like pain, wounding, the 8 of Needles here, Sunflower. You are magical because you choose, because of who you are, who you were born as, but also the choices you make. You are magical because you are spiritual beings, and you respect yourself, and you respect spirit, and you know your value and your worth, or you are more and more learning that. You're on this path to do that. There's this divinity here. There's this rarity about you. You are special, and you deserve special things, and you can do special things, and you have, and rare things that not everyone does. You are magical because you choose joy, you choose optimism, you choose to sort of smile at the catastrophe instead of giving into it. You're like, oh, a bunch of fire, water, I bring water. Oh, a bunch of misery, a bunch of things that are upsetting. Well, there's some sort of silver lining. I'm going to sit here and smile at it. And it's like you're showing up as so huge and doing that. Others might be like, whoa, what's going on here? How is she doing that? How is she keeping a smile on her face right now? How is she being optimistic? How is she being positive? How is she continuing to be loving when she's just been through the ringer like that? So I think that's part of it for some of you. But some of you, it's like you've been through this in the past, and now you don't have to deal with it anymore. It's like your stem is stronger than others. You stand taller than others. You're closer to the sun. You're bigger. It's hard to somebody can't just come along and pick you with their hand. They have to get a tool. The 6 is here. You can look up 6 in numerology. It's the vibrational frequency of 6 to expand your messages further. The Judgment card reverse. Yeah, I feel like it's like you grow. If you make a bad choice, a bad decision, or somebody else makes a choice or a decision you don't agree with, it's like you see these things as somewhere like that you can grow through this. And that's pretty magical. So yeah, you can do a brain dump with the letter N to expand your messages further as well. It's almost like you guys have this ability to see in the dark or the unknown. Have some sort of light you can turn on in the night and see. So that's pretty cool, by the looks of it. Magical. Some of you too, it's like something, the way that you nourish yourself, or the brain food that you choose to feed yourself, the soul food as well as the physical food and drink, is a part of what makes you magical. I'm going to leave your reading here. Many blessings to you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And bye-bye. Alright, pile 2. Here we go. Let's see what the cards reveal. Some of you might have personal placements in the sign of Scorpio here. Okay. You have your own way of doing things. You march to the beat of your own drum. I think a lot of you, it's like, whether you're afraid or you're not afraid of the toxicity, the muck, the ugliness, the subconscious, the things that are hidden, that are suppressed here with the death card, the Scorpio energy. Whether or not you're afraid of it, it's like, if that's where you need to go to get your wish fulfilled, to make something happen, to have the healing, you'll do it. You'll go there. You know, if there's something you need to learn, you'll face your demons, etc. You'll explore the unknown. You'll have an open mind. The Hierophant reverse, I feel like it's like you evolve certain traditions. Maybe you break certain traditions as well, and you're innovative. You're about bringing in the future. It's like the rules are meant to protect you and support you, and if they're not doing that, if they're instead crushing you and hurting you and causing pain, then you might need to break them or bend them or find a way around that or petition for new rules. A lot of you, like, you're about change and transformation. You're a part of some larger change and transformation as well. You could have soul missions about the evolution of society and various specific changes. Okay, the 8 of Potions reversed, the 3 of Needles reversed, the 7 of Potions, the 5 of Candles reversed, the Emperor reversed. I think a lot of you, like, you don't really like conflict. It's not something you go after. If you can rise above it, if you can, like, raise your feeling signature, your spirits, and soar over it, you will, you do, and that's magical and beautiful. Let's get your chimes on the table too. As far as zodiac signs, along with Scorpio, you have the potential of Taurus here, as well as Aries. It's really all I'm seeing. So they might be in your chart, you know, making up your natal chart, personal placements in those signs, part of what makes you magical. Yeah. Some of you, there's some sort of struggle you had being born. It's like you're stuck, or it's with some sort of specific metamorphosis or change or rebirth in your life. It's like you're half in the bag, half out. You're kind of stuck for a while. You could have had some experiences or gone through something in that's helped shape you, and what you do now is a part of what makes you so magical. Okay, I feel like some of you, you're good at making things up or creating things, just like blank slate, nothing here. Oh, good, potential. I can paint whatever I want upon it. Very creative energy. Some of you are very creative. Okay, makes you magical. Your joy, your optimism, your happiness. 9 of Potions is wish fulfillment. It's like getting what you want, shining. It's being happy. It's finding things that you can appreciate in the present moment, and growing and shining a light upon others times 2. being a happy person. It's like a piece of the puzzle. I think you guys, you realize that there's more than meets the eye with this multiverse, and like getting what you want is just a piece of the puzzle. You have a pot of gold here, the Three of Presents, the Hierophant reverse. So coin, money, investments into innovative things, non-traditional things, supporting others who have a non-traditional path, people who are different in some way or minorities, being able to collaborate, work together. What you do with your coin or to make coin, and like what you assign value to, and how you take care of those people and things that you value is magical. It's a part of what makes you magical. We have Aries energy here with the Ram again too. So wherever you have Aries in your chart, there's some sort of clue here about this magic. You can do a brain dump with the letter N to expand your messages further. We also have the nap. And here I feel like it's talking about like you being a multi-dimensional being. It's not just what's going on 3D in the physical world, it's like in the astral world too, in your dream life, your dream self, your energy body. These are all magical too, and they all have some of them, there's like different reasons. Okay, there's different reasons why you're magical in the astral realm, for example, or with your energy body or whatever we're looking at here. And then the physical 3D waking world in reality. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, what do we have here? The gold coin, the 4-leaf clover. You guys are rare. Okay, you have some rare talents, rare skills, rare abilities. Some of you, it's like you can raise other people's spirits even when like most people wouldn't be able to raise their spirits up and they're dealing with something heavy or harsh maybe. Yeah, you guys like have a stronger connection to spirit and know your spiritual self differently than a lot of people. So you get an extra leaf here on the clover. You've gone the extra mile, or you've gone to the extra depths here, or you've tapped into something that is, people do it, but it's more rare. Got a baby here on the 5 of candles. I feel like you have a gentle touch with others. You can be nurturing. You can treat others with respect, even if they're very new or infantile with a certain topic or situation. The 5 of candles reversed and the baby. Okay, so the baby can symbolize new beginnings, definitely. But I also feel like there's something here about like you were born magical. You're born magical. It's in your blood. You've had past lives, maybe, you know, with the infinity energy here and the death card energy. Also, like, this is just one life. There are multi-dimensional lives, existences. You have a dream life. You might have a past life. You might have a present life. I mean, you might have a future life. Some of you, it could be about, you know, being a parent, the type of parent you are. Some of you, you've developed skills, talents, some of your magic when you were very young. It may have had to do with one of your parents or who raised you, something they taught you, something you saw, something you learned, something you picked up or inherited from them. Okay, the Aries. I feel like you're a different sort of leader. If you're in a leadership role, you're a different sort of leader. I feel like you don't really fight for power or control, at least not in the way that many people have. But really, like, you look to empower other people to be their own boss or their own authority in their life, like to have authority in their own life. And again, it's like you look beneath the surface. You want to see, you know, you need to know like what's going on with the soil here and planting seeds, what's going on beneath the surface. A lot of people don't look in the underworld or below the surface. You look at that grime, that dirt, that muck. You see what's there, even if it's scary, unfamiliar, or whatever. You want that knowledge, that wisdom. Sometimes you might go through things that are a bit toxic, You yourself might pick up some toxic energy and put it out there, but that's why. It's because you're sticking your head in the area where nobody else wants to learn, and you're educating yourself and gathering up that information and making something of it. So yeah, and I feel like some of you, you go the extra mile, or there's some sort of bonus energy that you contribute. It's like you don't have to do that, but it eases someone's pain or your own, so you'll do it. And that's beautiful and magical as well. Okay. I also feel like you guys have this understanding of the vastness of the universe, like its expansive nature. And so you're able to hold on to things and preserve maybe more things than some people. Like maybe you have a very crisp memory, a lot of memories, or whatever it is. It's like you feel like, yeah, there's room for it somewhere. I can tuck it somewhere. I don't have to deconstruct it. I don't have to demolish it and transform the energy. That's an option. It's not mandatory. That's magical. In closing, the guides want you to know that you're very special, and you have been granted access and privy to certain things and places that not everyone is. And part of it is because who you are, who you were born to be, and who you're, the soul that you have. But some of it is because you chose to go the extra mile, to go through the course, so to speak, that allows you to do that. You chose to stand up to authority, or to Saturn energy, where there was a line drawn and said, no, you do not cross here. And you said, nope, my heart, my soul tells me there's reason to cross here, and I will deal with the consequences that I must deal with, but I must cross. I have reason to do this, so here I am. There's a sort of rebellious nature that's coming through, and it's like, well, okay then, there you are on the other side, and now you have access or privy to certain things that others didn't. This could be about pushing yourself, right? It could be about certain things you studied that were quote-unquote taboo, or it could have been about pushing yourself, training yourself, learning how to do certain things like astral travel. I feel like it's different for everyone. So I'm going to leave your reading here. Join me over on the extended if it's available and you'd like to do that. I'd love to have you there. Regardless, many blessings to you. Have a magical day, you magical people, and bye-bye. Okay, option 3. Here we go. Let's see what you got. The Strength card. Some of you could be Leos. Your courage, your confidence, your strength. Moving forward and persisting in spite of fear when fear comes up is part of what makes you magical. Your healing abilities, taking the time to heal yourself, repair, rejuvenate. Got a lot of reversals here. This is interesting. Definitely feeling a lot of you have personal placements in Leo, or look at your natal chart and where the 5th house is and what's going on with the sign of Leo. Also Aries, Sagittarius, for more information about this. Okay. Let's get your chimes on the table right away too. I feel like a lot of you, you're very ambitious, very you have high energy, or you're very active. That's part of what makes you magical, creates magic in your life. You could be very creative, good leaders. You self-govern well. King of Candles here. So you're a doer. You guys are doers. You're not just talkers or thinkers. You don't get stuck in your emotions for too long. You work through it. You take action. You're doers. What do we have here? 20%. So I'm thinking about the 80-20 rule with this. Have you heard of the 80-20 rule? Some of you might be very good at this. Okay, and that's part of what makes you magical. somebody reaching for something on a shelf here. Yeah, it's like you stretch yourself. Stretch yourself. Go for things on the high shelf or that seem a little out of reach. You might have personal placements in the sign of Pisces, the fish showing up. You could try looking at fish as a spirit guide too. Just any sort of water energy, or it's like your connection to water. Some of you do something with water, like charge your water, meditate in the shower or something like this. You have a special connection to water. It's very sacred, I feel. Yeah, but this could represent Pisces energy. It's definitely representing prosperity. Okay, I feel like you know you're a catch. You know you're a being of value also. Some of you could be really good writers, or it's like part of what makes you magical is your writing. You write spells, or you write songs or poems, or you journal, or whatever it is. You're a writer. Anything you do with paper. Maybe you read a lot. May you create peaceful harmony as your life's purpose. Some of you, that's a high priority for you. It's part of your life path. You've decided, like, yeah, peaceful harmony is my life's purpose. Fun books, the 9 of Candles, intensity. I feel like a lot of you, like the way that you invest money is in the energy of, it's like you should have fun. You should have fun with your money. You want others to have fun, bring joy to things. You like to invest in doing things rather than material things. A lot of times it's about the adventure for you or about the experience, and fun is a priority. You got the egg here. Some of you could have been born in the spring. Let's read this. You are in my prayers. Cardinal prayer box. This cardinal prayer box is a little reminder to say, you are in my prayers each and every day. Have courage and faith wherever you go. You are so much stronger than you even know. Said by A.S. Waldrop. Yeah, so some of you pray for loved ones or other people. That's part of what makes you magical. Your faith, your courage definitely is what's making you magical. Certain things you do on a daily basis really set you up for success and strengthen who you are and strengthen your abilities and make things happen more naturally for you, make things like second nature for you. And so like your daily rituals and practices are part of what make you magical. The 10 of Potions is an energy of bliss. Okay. It's an energy of domestic harmony, happy home life as well. Maybe you prioritize, creating that for your family, having that. Part of what makes you magical is when you can tap into this energy of bliss and allow yourself to feel good, whether or not you're being seen, observed, whether or not you're in the limelight, like whichever makes you feel blissful, giving yourself that bliss, feeling good in being able to facilitate or help others feel bliss or happiness, well-being, have emotional wealth in their life, like share that is also coming through. Just tiny little red flower. That's cool. I don't know where that came from. Got the number 2, partnerships, relationships. Number 2, you can look up its vibrational frequency to expand your messages more. Priceless smile. You guys have a priceless smile. That's very magical. Yeah, I feel like somehow you guys, like the 80-20 rule or whatever it is, where a lot of people get stuck, where they get confused, where they're trying to figure out a situation, or it's like they're told they have option A or they have option B, neither one's really ideal, they don't really want to choose between them. Or when people have some sort of loss or disappointment, they get sad, they get upset, they're hurt, they're worried. Something about you and your energy, it's like it's different, I don't know, than the way the majority deals with this or responds. It's like, almost like you guys are like, yeah, well, this isn't worth my time, this isn't worth my energy, or I'm not staying stuck in this, or it's like, maybe there's a higher reason for this, or like, hey, this isn't fun, I don't feel like myself, I'm not shining here, this isn't pleasurable, let me go do something that is pleasurable, let me go do something that's blissful immediately. That's how you respond to that. Take what resonates, leave what does not, but seeing that coming through as a possibility, and they're saying that makes you magical. It's like what makes you unique and different, and is what makes you magical. Like, you are meant to be that unique snowflake that is exactly who you are. You're not meant to be anybody else. That in and of itself is magical, just being you. The Nine of Candles, like this intensity. Yeah, I feel like you guys, a lot of you, like, you know how to party hard or how to really have a good time. And sometimes you might feel like a crash from that, just like a sugar rush, and then you crash. There's like the opposite comes in and kind of whacks you around a little bit at times. It's like, you know your way home, or you find your way back. You're the boss, ultimately. You know this. Of your life, you're the boss, yeah. The King of Candles here, the Strength card here. You know this. Deep down, at least. Okay, what makes you magical? Some of you, some things happened in your childhood that were less than ideal or that were different. Okay, and some of you may have had a guardian that had personal placements in either Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. It doesn't have to be the situation, or a relative, somebody, a teacher. And they could have brought in like some mixed energy, made you feel a little like confused or unsure, or they could have brought in an energy that hurt in some way. But again, it's not what happens to us, it's what we do with it. And so I feel like whatever this stuff is that happened, what you chose to do with it is what makes you magical and has made something magical happen. It's like as if, for example, the Sun card reverse, the Queen of Candles reverse, somebody was an adult and they were a caregiver, family member, and they weren't as mature and responsible as they should have been. Maybe they got angry and they yelled at you, they took out their problems on you, it wasn't fair. Maybe you felt like you couldn't have been a child, you had to grow up too quickly. A lot of times, like, you had to be in the parent role, or you had to parent yourself, rather than being free to be a child. But yet, here's the 10 of Potions, so now it's like you really prioritize having a happy home life and providing that for your family, and that's magical. So that's what I'm seeing here. I'm going to go ahead and leave your reading. We did the chimes, I believe. Did we do the chimes, guys? I hate when I forget that. Did we not do? Yeah, we did the chimes. You had that thing, the poem. Some of you might write beautiful poetry, too. It's like, there's something here about knowing when to hold back, expressing yourself, or share the limelight as well, I think, that wants to be mentioned. But other than that, I feel like this particular one feels pretty well complete, and I will leave your reading here. Remember, if you enjoyed the reading, you can leave a thumbs up, leave a comment if you have one, and leave that comment if you're interested in the expanded and it's not yet available. Check out the links in the description, see if it's available if you'd like to do that. Many blessings to you guys. Really appreciate you being here with me today. It's been fun, but it's time for me to go. So many blessings and goodbye.